Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel SquareWave 2. Today we are going to compare two entry-level shortwave receivers which were both assembled from kits. The one on the bottom is a Heathkit AR-3 made from 1956 to 1961. It sold for $30. The one on the top is the Star Roamer made between 1963 and 1972 by Allied Radio. It sold for $40 to $45. Both receivers, of course, are a single conversion. Neither one has a stage of RF amplification, and each one has only one stage of IF amplification. To their credit, however, each radio is transformer operated, so the dangerous hot chassis found in radios like the Helicopter's S38 series is eliminated. Let's start by taking a close-up look at the AR-3. This is your on-off volume control. This is your main tuning control. This is an RF gain automatic volume control. This is a function switch for phone, standby, or CW. This is a 4-position band switch, band A being the broadcast band, with 640 and 1240, the cardinal red stations, clearly marked. This is an antenna trimmer, and this is a band spread, also known as fine tuning. Turning the radio around, you can see what is mounted on the back of the chassis. First, we have terminals for antenna and ground. Here is your AC cord. Here is an IF input and an accessory socket, both of which would be used to connect your Q multiplier. And over here, very inconveniently placed, you have an automatic noise limiter switch on/off and a headphone jack. Whoever signed off on this design at the Heath Company should have had his head examined. Here's what the AR-3 looks like outside of the cabinet. Here are the tuning capacitors. Here's a nice big hefty power transformer. This is a 12BE6 oscillator mixer. This is a 5Y3 rectifier. This is a 12BA6 IF amp. This is a 12AV6 second detector. This is a 12V6 power pentode. Here are two IF transformers. This is a 3-section electrolytic capacitor. Here are coils for 3 bands, and this is a nice big 5-inch built-in speaker. And of course, the chassis is copper plated. And now, for comparison, let's take a look at the Allied Star Roamer, which is smaller, lighter, and very compact. Here's the front panel of the Star Roamer. Over here is a band spread, antenna trimmer, volume control, sensitivity, main tuning. Up here is your S meter, power on/off, automatic volume control on/off, automatic noise limiter on/off, and very conveniently placed on the front panel is a headphone jack. This is the band selector switch for bands 1 through 5. What? Did I say 1 through 5? Yes, believe it or not, this radio has 5 bands. For some reason, Allied decided to add a long wave band, which comes right under the standard broadcast band. Long wave frequencies are 200 to 400 kilocycles. Unfortunately, this band is just about useless, but I guess Allied thought it was a selling point to have a 5-band receiver. Here's what the Star Roamer looks like out of its cabinet. Behind this large wheel is the tuning capacitor. This large wheel is strung with dial cord that operates the slide rule dial here. Here are 2 IF transformers. Here's the power transformer. Here's your built-in speaker. Here's your S meter. Now for the tubes. This is a 6BE6, which is a converter. This is a 6HR6 IF amplifier. This is a 6AK6 audio output, and this is a 12AX7 audio amplifier. Here's a very important tip for anybody servicing a radio like this one, a radio that has a freestanding speaker. The first thing you must do when you take the radio out of the case is to cover up the paper cone of the speaker. I cut a little piece of masonite and I bolted it onto the speaker. This is to keep the cone from getting damaged. Now if you fail to do this, I guarantee you, before you're through with the servicing, you will have put a hole in the paper cone of your speaker, and you don't want this. Each of these two entry-level receivers has its own special feature. The AR-3 was designed to work with a Q multiplier, which was sold separately for $9.95. Q, by the way, means selectivity. The Star Roamer had a key jack on the rear apron so you could practice your code. Although the Star Roamer had only 4 tubes, the 12AX7 is a double triode. A selenium rectifier was used in the power supply, and the detector was a solid-state diode. This eliminated the need for 2 additional tubes. I would say the 2 receivers are equal in performance, but the Star Roamer wins my vote for best radio. The AR-3 had a plywood cabinet, sold separately for $4.95, but the Star Roamer came with a steel cabinet. Also, the Star Roamer had an S-meter to help you tune in your signal, an antenna trimmer, flywheel tuning, and it was fuse protected. Although the name Star Roamer is a bit pretentious, its styling is something to be commended. Both these radios are always available on eBay. It's a lot of fun to clean up these old boys, recap them, give them an alignment and a new home. That's all for now, folks. Thank you for watching, and please stay well.